Alright. Let's get this over with. Rob, hey Joker, good luck on Valor. Live streams at 5 in the morning. So he's not here. Well, thank you. Thank you for coming and putting that comment there. Reality, hello. Reality, I did more bad things today. And by bad, I mean not smart. It'll be at least 2 videos, though. Well, yeah, it'll be at least 2 videos. Cool. I love you, Joker, my glorious king. Thank you. I don't know what I did to earn your love, but you're welcome. Illega? I'm gonna say that wrong, I'm sorry. Let's go, Legend. Yeah, this is probably one of the most monotonous things you could ever do, is ranked Valor Cup. It's just not great. I did learn today that they upped the damage and HP threshold scores, which, I mean, the damage impacts me, the HP doesn't, because I don't do HP strats. But we're going to be running a Blanc team this time, because Blanc is obviously a very good DPS character, and with her, we don't really have problems with skill points, because she can give us 40 on turn 2 and then 20 on turn 3, which means that we can fit 2 big-time buffs in here. Mega made this account. Oh, it's Mega? Oh, okay. When I was young and I used 3 eyes for an M. Cringe, I know. I mean... I get it. It was like Leet Speak or something back then. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, let's take the weapons off for now. That way we don't accidentally kill. You need... Oh, hold on. I saved this team with its gear fully on, so let's do that instead. Let's call that. There we go. And then we can unequip, because then at least everyone has the right gear on, yeah. Remove, go away. No, not you. We need yours. Okay. Saiyans, hello. Charisma, the only reason I'm gonna start doing Valor is to do the bingo missions. That's fair. Also, I'm not gonna turn these lights on because it's kind of warm in here already. You just have to go with the natural light of this window. So, half of my face can be in the darkness. Alright. Solo leveling, Annie, is this coming up week and now is going by so slow. That's fair. We've got a lot of product coming in on Monday and Tuesday. Probably. At least Monday is a lot of product, so... Today and tomorrow is going to go pretty slow. Drop that chip. Okay. So... the strategy with this team is to do 2 million damage. But... Should I take the... I should probably take it off of YouTube. For now. Nobody gets attacked here. Nobody. We have to keep them alive as much as possible. You're the true eminence in shadow. I wish. I wish I had a harem full of elves and beastketeers and all that. Sounds like a pretty good life. Alright, so let's do you in for Rimuru, And you in for Blanc. We'll do the defense buff. Just get in the good habit of that. No real traits I gotta worry about. Commander Diablo is the highest unit in the team, so we'll send these two against the others. So no Body and Spirit and no Magic Seal. 1 damage, 1 damage, that's what we like to see right there. And then we will Orb Chain, or Steal into 6. You don't have to use Raphael. I'm just using Raphael because she has a Magic Seal. And then you could use, like, you could use Lumi if you're gonna nuke with Lumi, and then that frees up another slot. But let's do this. And then we have 25 points. And then we'll bring Blanc in. And then we're going to supercharge these rainbows, give us 40 skill points, and we're going to murderize that Diablo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And do we kill Benny Mario here with the 200% orb? We do. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna do too much damage anyways. Lord's Ambition actually prevents us from debuffing Diablo. Oh, I thought I hit the other Diablo. Oh well. We don't have to do that much damage this turn, realistically. So let's do the damage buff and the Dark Down, but the Lord's Ambition stops them from getting that. Take Soe out. We'll do the Commander buff and Primal Demon. We'll use Shuna. The Valor Cup stage effect is that if you use your Protector twice, the enemies get a 50% ult resistance down. Which, does Lord's Ambition cancel that? It does not. Okay, because that's a stage effect. So let's go ahead and send this, and let's see our damage. 2.2 million type neutral on Xion, and then much less against Diablo, because we couldn't debuff him as much. But I believe 2 million is the damage cap now. It used to be 1 million. So we're going to hit it. That's great. It's just that we're not going to have a very high HP score, because I don't have anyone that's like buffing our HP at all. Not the end of the world. Maybe we'll turn this light on. That works. Okay. Moses, I got super lucky. I used the free tickets from the shop and got the Protector Masked Hero and Velzard in the same multi. Damn. That is excellent. That is very good luck right there. Do you have Leon, though? Leon's kind of important as well, because he's the damage character. Okay. 20 fights of this, then I go make dinner. And then... I don't know. What do I do after dinner? Do I... 1. Play Expedition 33 and relax. 2. Just spend time with the cat and not play anything and just kind of let her cuddle a little bit. Or 3. Do I restart my progress on my white glint model that's over on that desk that's been sitting there for a couple months now? Weeks-ish change? Those 3 things are on the list after this stream. Mega sent 10 multis and got 2 dupes of Leon, but no Velzard or Protector. That's like worst case scenario right there. That's unfortunate. Let's do that. Cast, hello. Burls, hello. Welcome. Just mentally draining my stamina one fight at a time. Cool, you went to 100 pity, you got 3 Velzards. Damn. I don't know whether to congratulate you or say my condolences. I mean, it's great you got Velzard. She's the gimmick character, but at the same time, like... Is that really the best? I don't know. Why use Toa instead of Warrior's Mind Velzard in the support slot? Excellent question. I have no answer for you. I mean, we can do that. We'd be getting more attack, but quite honestly, we don't need it. We're pretty well off without more attack. Especially with 3 people here to nuke. I mean, you're about to see that even without attack gear on, Blanca's gonna do way too much damage. All good. I'm gonna send to Pity and hopefully get 1 by then and finish it off with Pity ticket. Okay, yeah. $2 million. Have you considered having 2 cats? I wonder if they do really need to have a companion so they don't get lonely, especially when the owner is away. You know, I've been in both scenarios. I've had 2 cats when I was with my parents. Like, we went through 2 different sets of 2 cats that were related, so they were bonded. So I've been in that scenario, and then when I've been on my own, I've had 1 cat, and then 2 cats for while I was married, and then we're back down to 1 cat for Vader, and now another single cat scenario. Maybe. I don't know if... One, I don't know if my lease allows me to have more than 1 pet. So that's a start. Okay, so yeah, the damage cap, even on the stage 20, is 2 million damage, and we just did 6.5 without attack gear on, so I think we're okay. But maybe having Warrior's Mind Velzard would give us some extra HP, because she's a EX protector. So, I don't know. We'll see. Like, if Miku doesn't do very well without company, maybe I'll consider getting a second cat. The thing about it is that the animal shelter around here doesn't have a lot of cats right now. Like, when I went to go grab her, I was actually going for a different cat. Because I can check the website and be like, oh, they have a black kitten. Okay, you know, I had a black cat previously, we'll get another one. And that was the night before. And then that day, I didn't get there until like 1 p.m. and they opened at 9, and out of the 3 cats they had, 2 of them were gone, including that black kitten, and Miku was the only one left. So I was like, oh well. Velzard. And let's put a different charm on you. Okay, I mean, our stats went up a little tiny bit. It doesn't make that much of a difference here. Moses, no, I don't have Leon. I only used 10 tickets from the shop, farming for the other 10. Okay, well, good luck. Hopefully... Hopefully the second multi treats you just as well, and you can get Leon from that one. Gerson, hello. Hi, Joker. It's always a pleasure to watch you. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. When I started my channel, fun fact, my friend told me that I should be more energetic. And I should present myself in a much more happy fashion. And I kind of looked at him dead in the eye and said, I don't have the energy for that. I don't have the energy to do that for every single video, for every single stream of putting up a high energy front, because I'm very much a not high energy person. So I'm like, no, I'm okay. And you know what? I think it's worked out. I think people appreciate that I don't yell and scream and jump out of my chair when I pull a new unit. Most of the time because it's pity, but still. Okay, we had to kill Looney. Oh, okay. Well, okay, that works. She can seal it now. That is fine. Steal. Parents, okay, I didn't play the game seriously and didn't care about traits, etc., so I was wondering if there was another reason. No. I built this team off of the bones of a different team, and I left the protector and the support slot the same. So I just kind of left it there. I didn't really think too much about it. I'm more concerned about the battle units and what skills I'm using from them more than the protector support slot, for more than anything else. So, I mean, it's a good call. I mean, if you're trying to min-max, then yeah, you probably should do that. Try and get the best protector to buff your nuking character. It's just that with the build I'm using, really don't need those extra stats, quite honestly. So, yeah. It is good to practice what you preach and optimize, no doubt. See. Miku is a cute cat name? Yeah, I think so too. Miku's my favorite Quint. Miku is Hatsune Miku, which I'm not a big Hatsune Miku fan, but it is cute. By the way, for Valor, is there any value to care about support slots if not for stats? No. Because normal traits don't activate and the support slot traits don't activate, your support slot characters are just going to be raw stats. So always match up the element, use your best leveled up characters for that element for whatever battle character you have. It is just raw stats here. And that does matter, because the more defense you have, the less damage you take. The more HP you have, the higher your score will be. The more attack, obviously, is better for nuking. In Valor Cup, the support slots, it doesn't matter who they are, as long as they can make the main character stronger. Mega, nah, I enjoy the chill voice. Can't stand when people put the act on. Yeah, man. If I had to do it like that and act that way every single video or every single live stream, so at least like 4 live streams a month, oh god, I don't know what I would have done. Alright, so yeah, our HP score is ass. Is ass. That's really sweet. Really appreciate you getting a cat from a shelter. Yeah, 2 of my cats have been from shelters. And then the cat that I had previously, I got him out of a box in front of a grocery store that some girls were just giving away kittens. Because at that time, I wasn't married, but I was dating the girl who would become my wife at the time. And she knew that I had come from a family of cats, and we didn't have a cat when we moved out together. And so on the way, I was at work one day, and she was on her way home, and she called and said, "Hey, I'm at the grocery store. There's some girls here with a box full of free kittens. It's like, do you want to come get one?" And I was like, "Yes. Where are they? What store?" And so I picked out Vader, who, you know, God bless his little kitty soul, was a handful. Uh, but I loved him. And then we had him. I had him for 14 years. Well, no, more like 11 years, somewhere around there. Yeah, 11-ish years. He wasn't the most healthy of cats, though. Okay, traits. No. Pack skills are sealed. Blanc is back there. Alright, so we gotta kill Blanc. But anyways, continuing that story. So first cat, box of kittens. The second cat we got when we were married, we were living in Georgia at the time, in Decatur, a little bit outside of Atlanta. And we wanted another cat because Vader was my cat, and the wife wanted her own cat. So we went to a shelter and got Ash from there. And they got along fine after a while. Vader took a little bit. But then during the divorce, I took Vader and she took Ash. And her pug, thank God. And so then I just had Vader ever since. And then now when Vader ran away, passed away, whatever happened there, now we've got Miku. So I've personally visited the shelter and signed paperwork for 2 cats in my lifetime. What I find important in Valor is having someone to give you extra skill points. Yeah, and that's why Blanc is just a god. I don't think I actually did a video on Blanc in Valor Cup, but she really does change the game up because of her second skill. And because she's a competent nuker. Okay, we gotta kill this Blanc. Why did you take damage? Okay, I'm slightly confused there. Alright, well, we're gonna kill you. Mega, gotta run some errands with the wifey. I'm new to this game, 5 days, and just want to say really appreciate all the videos. I'd be very lost without them. Watched about 20 of them now. Oh, damn. Yeah, have fun running errands with the wife. Unless you're already gone, and then... Oh, later. Oscar Isaacs. What can't be the Toonrami of slime? No, I cannot pitch my voice that high when a Goku Black Rift comes in. I would probably destroy my vocal cords if I attempted to do that. I also have the capacity to remember what summon animations mean. I think that's the one thing about Toonrami that I've always just been a bit irked by, is that he's been playing the game for so long. And he's made his channel into a decent channel, and he still, like, cannot remember half the time what each animation means. It's like, it's not that hard, man. Maybe he's putting up a front, but, it irks me. The last cat I had, my ex-girlfriend found in the engine of her car. Alive, right? Like, it didn't die there, right? Like, you open the trunk, or you open the hood, and it popped out at you, like, hello, cat? Because that's about to be real dark. Your low energy makes a good background noise. See, that's all it needs to be. I'm not here to become mainstream super popular YouTuber off of the slime game. I'm here to just have fun and do what I want, and if you want to throw me on in the background while you do dishes or something, or play a video game in the back that has nothing to do with slime, then I gotcha. Gamer Cat, member for 6 months. How time flies. Yeah, right? It does not feel like it's been 6 months since you first became a member. But, you know, 3rd anniversary-ish, around there. It does make sense. But thank you for being a member for 6 months. Joker, you are a great guy. You came in, as the Japanese would say. Oh, thank God. Some people would call me an asshole. I would call myself an asshole a lot of the time. Magic skills are sealed. And we have an alt denier. Okay, we're gonna try and kill both of them. Who is the weakest? Probably the 4-star Slime Rimuru. I mean, even without the EX ult, we're gonna do more than enough damage. Alright, you come out of here. Alright, guy comes in. That's fine. I would call you the orange man. I do look very orange a lot in the streams because of the lighting. Oh well. Damn, never expected Vader's story was deep. I mean... Is it? I mean, I guess. It is what it is. Some people who are new to the channel will be shocked to learn that I am not a young person, and I have done a lot of things in life. Some good, some bad, some not so fun, some cool. But like, I've lived a life. It's not like I'm 21 years old and I'm just fresh out of college and I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Although some people would probably still say that about me, that I don't know what the hell I'm doing. But I have life experience, I guess is how we'll put that. Which, again, some of it is great, some of them is not so great. Alright, I think we're good here. Yeah, okay, Kyoko's dead. Did Ash have a little mouse friend? No. No. Ash had a Dark Overlord as an older brother. And a pug. Which... not a... I like other people's dogs. I don't like having a dog. It's so much more effort than a cat. Most of the time. Most of the time. We can preface that. Oh, we did not use this skill. That is highly unfortunate. We misplayed there. Damn. Oh well, I think we're still fine though. Yeah, we're still fine. We're not 2 million range, and even then I think we'd hit 2 million. I like other people's dogs. I like playing with other people's dogs, and I'll take care of them when they ask me to, and I'll feed them, and I'll hang out with them, and that's totally fine. It's just that I don't want to be with a dog 24/7 for its entire life. Okay, yeah, we're fine. For Valor, I'm using 2 triple orb stealers. Is that... I don't know your strat, but is that necessary to run 2 triple orb stealers? Interesting. Okay. Okay. I mean, if it works, it works. Obviously, I'm not like the Valor Cup extraordinaire. I don't really care about Valor Cup. I just do it for the rewards, even though most of them aren't that useful. I came here for the pretentious streaming. What do you mean? Sorry. Pretentious, you know, I could be called pretentious sometimes, maybe by my IRL friends, depending on the topic. If we talk Star Wars or something that I really know a lot about, maybe the condescending tone comes out sometimes. I will admit that. I'm doing the game part where you're just in the background and I'm playing something else. Cool. What game are you playing? Is it like a multiplayer game? Are you playing Expedition 33 like me? Because that's a really good game. Everyone should play that game. Everyone should play that game. Unless you really don't like turn-based RPGs. Mohammed, so how do I know which team to use? I still have no clue what I'm doing and what every unit does. Is there a way to know? The best way to know is to use them. You don't have to use them in, like, super difficult content, but, you know, some of the higher tiered characters, like use them in a couple fights so you can understand their skills and how they need to run. And knowledge is power. But it's true, and that's true in any gacha game. Like, any gacha game that's been around for a number of years has a whole lot of mechanics and acronyms and things that you have to remember and commit to memory if you're going to play it on a semi-continuous basis. And so it's just putting the time in. I don't know every single character skill in the game. I could probably give you, like, a rough guess, but, like, the 4 stars and the 3 stars? Nope. Nope, nope, nope. It is just committing to memory and using them a lot. And since I play this game a lot, I have a bit more knowledge and know-how just from time. Okay, blues, oranges, Hinata seals, but she's up front already. We have to take out Lumi. So let's hit Hinata. Dragon Gamer, hello. Yeah, has any flashbacks of nuking the barrier with Leon? Oh. Yeah, that was, it's not a great moment right there. I never said I was perfect. I've played the game for a long time. It doesn't mean I know everything. Social Kiwi. This is my first time playing during a half annie. I wanted to know if from previous half anniversaries are the last 2 units usually good or decent. It really can depend. Like, the 2.5 anniversary was Exalted Champions. Let's pull that up. So Exalted Champions, we got the Rimuru, who I personally did not truly enjoy on his team, but he works, and he has become a lot more useful recently. And then the Masked Hero is... I mean, she's fine. She's not doing anything super great for the team, except being a triple orb sitter, which the team doesn't really need. So, like, this, probably not the best example. For the 1.5 anniversary was Warrior's Mind. Violet was really good. Violet is still fairly good, actually, with the skill fusion and everything. Rimuru, well, he's okay. Violet was very good. The original half anniversary, Carrion was fine. We don't talk about Diablo and Rimuru. They were shit. But then if you look at like the full anniversaries, I mean, just for the 3rd anniversary, we got the Masked Hero, which she is a fantastic unit. She was on a terrible banner. Absolutely god-awful banner. But she is a top-tier unit. Blanc is waifu. Not really that useful. So, it can go both ways. Sometimes they're really good. Sometimes one of them is really good. Sometimes both of them are good. Sometimes both of them are shit. It just kind of depends. So we kind of just have to wait and see. Galaxia. Let me do this turn real fast so I don't fuck up. Got a question for you. I'm caught between dupes of Rain and Rimuru from the 5-star Choice Bazaar. I run Rain on my Stern of Spirit Dark team and Rimuru on my Warriors My 1.0 Earth team. How many dupes do you have of each character? Or do they have no dupes? And you're looking for the first dupe. Answer me that question. Because if it's the first dupe, I would probably go with Rimuru just because he's got turn 2 protection trait. Just specifically for that reason. Rain has ult gauge on her trait. It's most of the time not that relevant. Alright, we gotta kill Lumi. That's right. Sorry, I did the joke wrong. Did Ash have a little? No, no. I understand what you were going for. No, he did not have a Pikachu friend. That's why he has a Darth Vader friend when he was alive. I got the context of the question. I just maybe didn't word my answer in a way that made you understand that I got the question. Oscar Isaacs, yeah, the amount of attention a dog needs is overwhelming, plus you have to walk them, and people just love talking to you when walking your dog. Walking your dog is a social thing, yeah, very much so. And if you're not overly social like I am, it can become kind of a drag. I have, I have a social battery. Like, I could be sociable, I could play the part, I could go to events and talk to people, but, like, we're on a time limit. And once that time hits zero, I'm in a corner on my phone, probably playing a slime, or reading YouTube comments, and I don't interact with people anymore. And then eventually someone comes over and says, "Are you doing okay?" I'm like, "Yep, just fine. Leave me alone. Leave me in this corner, please." But yeah, I don't like walking dogs. I don't like having to go outside no matter what the weather is, and also, like, I have a backyard. I could let them roam free, but you gotta play with them, and you gotta throw balls, and you gotta take them for walks, and you gotta do all this stuff. And depending on what dog breed you have, they have their whole different issue of complications. Like, the pug couldn't breathe; he had seizures, um, among other problems that I had with that dog. Oh, okay. Bono Uwe? Blanos? Uwe? I don't know how to say your name, I'm sorry. Hello, though. Fool, you're playing Wuthering Waves. Oh, do you know of a YouTuber named CJ? Because I'm decently good friends with that YouTuber, and he plays Wuthering Waves a lot. He likes the drama aspect of that, though, so, like, I don't know if he's someone you really enjoy watching, but he does have a channel for Wuthering Waves. How do I like Expedition 33? It's fantastic. The voice acting is great, the soundtrack is godly, the gameplay mechanics, I like turn-based RPGs, but it also has that quick time active play element for the dodging and the parrying and the press X for extra damage. I really suck at dodging and parrying, though, so I die a lot. But the story is interesting, the visuals are great, there is a little bit of hiccups here and there, but considering it came from a small team from a fairly unknown studio, it's great. And I think when I was a teenager, back in the early 2000s, back when I was in high school in 2000 and, well, not early 2000s, but 2008. 2007 was Halo 3, and it was like around 2007 to like 2013, 2014 was like the age of the AAA game, right? Oblivion, Skyrim, Halo, Call of Duty, the old Assassin's Creed games, like AAA studios were just putting games out left and right, and people are eating it up. And now you can see that AAA has kind of tanked. And for a long time now, indie games have been really hot. I don't particularly like indie games. I'm not like a side-scroller guy. I'm not a pixel guy, 8-bit kind of stuff. Like, I recognize that indie games have their place and they're very, very enjoyable for a large amount of people. I personally don't like it, but I'm not going to shit on them because I haven't played them. I just know that I don't enjoy them most of the time. And we've been in the indie scene for probably 10 years or so. And now, I think we're maybe starting the transition out of the indie scene into the AA scene, where it's not the giants because they have fallen. Indie games are still there, and they're still putting games out, but I personally don't see people talk about them as much as other things are. But like Helldivers was a AA game. Expedition 33 is a AA game. There have been a lot of really banger AA games, like the It Takes Two and Split Fiction team. I don't know if I would call that an indie dev. I would maybe call that a AA studio now because they've put out a number of games that have been widely acclaimed recently. So like I don't know if I would do that. All right, we're fighting a fire team. Please don't use your red. Oh no, you can't. Haha, because we have you sealed. But I think we are in the AA game series now. And Expedition 33 is just a fantastic example of that. You know, circling back to the original topic of the question, I love the game, and I could see it being part of the game of the year for 2025 easily. Now that Grand Theft Auto's been pushed back. Yasuni, probably not, but I got turn 2 with 65 skill points. I used triple steal with Raphael, switched to Rimuru to do all rainbow orbs. I mean, if you send your orbs strategically, like what I'm doing, you don't need to double orb steal. You can just orb steal once and then rainbow, and then you'd have extra points left over. Because you see, like, I'm only sending the 2 blues, but they're specifically not the Rimuru orbs that I'm going to steal. And I still have enough points to do everything without using Blanc. Is there anything I need to worry about? No. Some weird Dynasty Warriors music right there. Kirby, I was distracted. Joker, did you see Fate collab announcement? Yep, yeah, I sure did. And the people that are watching over my Star Rail account will be summoning on that in July, as per my instructions. Yeah, as the next turn I can steal the orbs of Master Hero and make them AoE again. Not efficient, I know, but if it gets the job... Well, I mean, if it gets the job done, that's fine. If that's what you're going for, then it's what you're going for. The only character I need to commit to memory is Maru. No, Benda. No. I don't even know what he does with after his skill fusions anymore. Hi, Joker. Is Leon just a better Warrior's Mind guy? Yeah, yeah. I think that's fair. He's not giving guaranteed crits to physical, but he's just giving more Alton than EX alt damage, and his orb change is unrestricted. So yeah, I think that's a fair comp. He would be better for people than Guy is now. Guy's still useful when you need him to be, but there are better characters, and Leon I'd say is better. Yasni, Divine General, Master Hero, and Diablo are all around good. Blanc is not great, but Diablo is also part of the first banner, and the question was, how good are the second and third banner characters, which was Blanc and Hero. So Diablo doesn't count within the context of that question. No dupes looking for first dupe? Okay, then yeah, then you should go with Earth Rimuru, because he just has a better trait, and it's a more useful trait than what Rain is going to do. And if Rain already works for you with her skills and everything, then you don't really need dupes in her, because her trait is meh. Noah. Parentheses, Noah. Missed Warrior's Mind Gobwa on my team. Got everyone else from 2.0 though, so rip. I mean, her banner's still around, isn't it? Still been pretty good of a team, plus I did get Warrior's Mind Earth Guy midway through the pulls. Okay, yeah, I mean, he works on that team. He'll give him crits, he'll give him ult damage, which that team doesn't have, by itself. Wow, I made the same team for Valor, but with Diablo in the front line. Diablo works in the back line because you can bring him in and get the seal. So that's why Blanca's up front. She doesn't need to be up front, but we do have her. That way we can activate both the Magic Seal and the Body and Spirit Seal on turn 1, which prevents the Fire Lumies from using their Resurrection State, which would really kill our run, or HP skills or Drago, and then also having the Magic Seal doesn't allow them to orb change, which is huge for a team with a lot of orb changing on it. What Rimuru is that? The one that I'm using is New Year's Blessing Rimuru from New Year's of 2024. Or are you talking about this one? Because this is the Freerun collab Raphael Rimuru unit, who you can't get anymore. But honestly, it's not that big of a deal if you don't have her, at least for this team. You could just use any other triple orb stealer. No. Emblem? Body and Spirit. Nope, okay, we're good. You don't know him. Okay, hold on. Let me find his channel. It's Skull CJ. And he is the most whitest boy you know. But he used to play slime with me. We used to be slime content creators. And so when I was getting started, he was already in the gacha sphere of YouTubing. And so when I was starting to become a little bit bigger, some of his viewers started watching me and then told him about it. And then we started talking. And now we've been talking on and off for 3 years now. Very on and off, but he's a good guy. He's a bit more of that typical YouTuber with the energy and everything like that, and that might not be a cup of tea. Also, he loves the drama of gacha games, like his whole whatever drama's going on in WoWa right now and all the creators. He's just eating that shit up. You know, he can do what he wants with his own channel, but he does make some content for WoWa, and he does streams and everything. So maybe check him out, and if you don't like him, then oh, you don't like him. That sounds like back in the... when I was young. I mean, it is back when I was young. It's when I was 17, 18 years old, and now we're not 17 or 18 years old. Let's see. I don't like extreme pixelated art on games. Back in the day when Legend of Mana launched on PS1, the game was so gorgeous, and its art that it even holds today and crushed my indie games in that regard. I mean, yeah, there are a lot of good games out there, and old games still, some of them can still hold up. Some of them being the key word. Kirby, yep, I watched that. Yeah, I saw that. I answered that question already. Let's see. Oscar, did you pre-order Switch 2? No. I'm not a big Nintendo guy. Like, my first game console was the N64 when I was a kid. And I do own a Switch. It's not currently here. It's across the street at my friend's house, because he keeps it. Because I don't ever go out of my way to play the Switch unless it's with a group of friends and we're there for like Switch Sports or Smash or Mario Kart or Mario Party. I don't just sit in my bed and just play on the Switch nowadays. So I'm not gonna get the Switch 2. I don't play the Switch 1 enough to warrant upgrading it. Moses, I like open world games and more of an RPG player or a 3D area. That's fair. I mean, a lot of those are good too. Last year I got the platinum for Elden Ring. Granted, it was painful, and I had to cheese a lot of it. I had to cheese Radon for the Shadow of Erdtree. And I will take no shame in that. Will you take the units for a spin? No. 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 I'm not gonna come back to Star Rail just because Fate's getting a collab. They only have 2 characters, it's Archer and Saber, which are cool, but it's also not my most favorite servants. So if they had brought Ryder, maybe. Maybe. But they didn't. So meh. Dragon Gamer, good to hear you're enjoying E33 because the new generation just want non-anime, all-action AAA games like Final Fantasy VII. And it's not similar to those games that no other games exist. I mean, I don't think I've ever actually beaten a Final Fantasy game. No, well, did I beat 15? The one with the car and the dudes driving around with the car. Did I beat that? I think my wife beat that. Ex-wife beat that. No, I don't think I've ever actually finished a Final Fantasy game. I played other turn-based RPGs. I'd play the shit out of Persona. Holy crap. That probably is... The Persona franchise probably has the second most amount of total play hours in me. And the first is Halo 3. Because literally I spent like 6 years playing that game. Every day. Let's see, I bought the Halo Master Chief Collection last month, but the game won't let me play because of the need for a miserable Microsoft account. Yeah, Halo is not what it used to be. And it's highly unfortunate, because I love the Halo series. I grew up with the Halo series. 1999 was Halo 1. I was 9 years old. That sounds awful. I hate my life now. Anyways, I grew up through all of the Halo. Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3 had the most hours, Reach, ODST, and then the new generation of Halos, not so good. I beta tested Halo 5, because I live in Washington State, right? And up north is Microsoft and 343 Industries. So I applied for and got into a beta test role for Halo 5, and spoiler alert, they didn't listen to any of our feedback. That game sucks. That game sucks. But, you know, I did that. I tested actually a few different games for Microsoft at the time. That's all pretty much I'm allowed to say. I don't think I'm even allowed to say that part, but oh well. We got kill Looney. Someone on my account for Saber, you have that gacha luck on your side? No. Snail nuts. You have that completely wrong. The Star Rail account that used to be mine, that is now in the possession of like 2 different people who are watching it, that account has ungodly luck. Like, I am told every single banner they summon on, it's like 2 multis and they get everything. 2 multis, or something ridiculously low. And the only reason it's that lucky is because I don't touch it. I don't have access to that account. I don't look at the account. I don't play the account. Nothing I do in life is part of that account. And that is why it has good luck. I have terrible luck. TKEU. Joker, can you run Exalted Champion Velzard on the Warriors Mind 2.0 team? Yeah, you surely can. It's not gonna run as smoothly, because Blanc is no longer buffing any orb because she's only doing oranges. But if it's what you got, Velzard is still a good protector. So if that's your best option, then yeah, certainly do that. It's gonna play not quite the same, because you'll be hurting for ult gauge, realistically. So you need to find that somewhere else. But, I mean, if you have Violet, you can get rainbows, and then you could buff those at Blanc anyways. It's just that when you convert with Velzard, you're not getting more rainbows, you're getting greens, which could be nerfed or something in that stage. So, and then the Velzard effects are not as strong as the physical resistance down. Joker, you should do some team examples for Valor Cup. Maybe not something with lots of detail, but it will help. I mean, I've done a couple different Valor Cup videos over the years. They might be pretty old, so you might be asking for like an updated version of that, but that's part of my bias against Valor Cup. I only do it because it's content and it gives some kind of rewards, and I'm the YouTuber, so I gotta do the content and get the rewards. It's a Wild Skull CJ. Is that it is Gotcha Dev? Yeah, he rebranded. He his channels got hacked last year, and he lost a lot of his stuff. So he's making a comeback on a different channel that he also had. So he's trying to build back up with that one. Did I not use this? I didn't use it again. That's what I get for talking. I still think we're okay though. What song is this? I skipped this path for next path, but if they really run... I don't know anything about Star Rail. I don't know character names. Alright, that should still... Yeah, that's damage cap still. That's fine. And then we just kill Lumi, and you're dead. Let's see. I want to see what the new Jean is going to be like. Her new design looks great. She does look very good. Her outfit looks great. I wonder if she's still going to be a dark character or not. I don't know. Carl, hey everyone, hey Joker, how's everybody doing? Good. I'm doing good. Just more Valor Cup. Once a month, gotta subject myself to this. Alright, so we are in battle 10 now, so we can probably afford to put the weapon back on Blanc now. Because remember, she is not out of weapon this entire time. Alright, that. Yeah, Dragon Gamer. It's Klein, one of my mods, Klein, and one of my old mods who doesn't really do anything in the channel anymore, Dread. They run the account. Although I think Dread quit as well, so I think it might just be Klein. I don't know. I know very little about the account other than it's really lucky. I don't know what it has. I don't know what they do with it. Just I know that it exists and it's being played still by somebody. Yeah, Joker, there's a huge delay apparently. A delay of what? Archer is free also. Again, not my most favorite servant. They can't bring Gillen because they already yoinked his design into their main story. Really? Huh. They've already used Gilgamesh in some fashion? Okay. Nico, how did I get so strong? In the context of the game? In the context of real life? What are we talking about? What strength of what? I would assume you're probably asking about the game, and that is just a constant 3.5 years of playing it every single day for many, 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 many hours. More than any normal person should be spending on a gacha game. So if a personal gacha game comes, will you be playing it? Oh, like a Persona gacha game? There technically is one. There's the Phantom X, but it's only in China right now, and I can't read Chinese. And I don't want to play a game that I can't understand. Because then how am I supposed to become knowledgeable about it? If they bring the Phantom X to English, I will probably play that and probably make content on it. But the game is also like over a year plus old now, so a lot of the stuff is covered already from other YouTubers who are playing the Chinese version or Southeast Asia version, whatever. So I would like to, but only if they bring it to English. And the Phantom X has the Blessing of Atlas, actually. It's like an officially licensed product, but it's not connected to the main Persona 5 timeline at all. Moses, I was addicted to Persona 5 after I beat the game. I started over, took my time, and got on dates with all the ladies. Yeah, I have, what have I... I've got platinum trophies / the whole shebang for base Persona 5 on 3 different consoles. PS4, Xbox, and PC. I've got the platinum trophies for Persona 5 Royal on 3 different consoles. PS4, Xbox, and PC. I've got the platinum trophy for Strikers on PlayStation and PC, or maybe Xbox and PC. One of the two. One of the consoles is missing on that one. I've got Persona 3 Reload done, but not 100% on PC. I've put a lot of hours into Persona 5, and it's been like multiple runs. Muhammad, is it better New Year's Blessing Xion or EC Velzard for Valor Cup with the nuker from Warriors Mind 2.0 Blanc? You know, I'm not sure. You should try it out. You should go into like a normal Valor Cup fight and use Xion once and use Velzard once. And then you tell me which one's better. Because I don't know that answer, actually. But I'm not really in a place to test that right now. So, Muhammad, if you want to get that science done and you come back to me with that number and that answer, then I would be greatly appreciative. That way I can tell other people when they ask me that question. You would think that Xion is better because she's giving the extra stats to physical and you've got guaranteed crit, guaranteed synergy. But Velzard does have Drago and the element buff, which can be very useful. Even without the extra stats, you're kind of making up for it with the Drago effect. Because then you're buffing Blanc's massive increase by 130%, 140%, 40%. Let's switch to Dokkan OST. But let's go find a good one. Where's my Super Saiyan 4 Goku? I'll find him. Eventually, there he is. Okay. Hey Joker, what would be a good flex character for New Year's Blessing if you have the whole team? Like the actual New Year's team or like a Valor Cup New Year's team? Because honestly, that fifth slot character could be anybody. Like it could be Blanc, because she would buff oranges and she'd buff everyone on the team. She's physical as well. You could use Tempa Sleep Benimaru. He's giving the physical buff. You could use either Primal Demon Diablo or Commander Shizu, because she's giving the physical buff. Well, they're both giving the physical buff, and then Diablo's giving Pierce, which Xion is not giving. Or you could use Shizu, because the EX alt buff as well. And I assume you have the EX alt buff, the Rimuru. Blues, magic skills are sealed when you switch. Blanc. We gotta take out Blanc. I got something that really makes me feel old. A chocolate coin. A chocolate coin makes you feel old? I like those strawberry candies that have the little jelly filling in them. The hard candies that you can bite and then it's like a gusher but it's hard. That only like my grandmother used to have in the metal cookie tins by the front door. That's how old I am. Rimuru. Let's see. When will we get info on the next unit? Based on the dates of things that are coming up, I would think that the 6th we would see something. So I think that we'll get a content preview on Monday night. And then Jean will come out on the 6th. Because we have a lot of things that start either the night of the 6th for me or the early morning the 7th for other people in the world. Like there's a lot of stuff happening in that time frame. So I assume that that will be our next kind of big content drop, which will have Predator Battle. It'll have the Union battles, whatever that's going to be, because they haven't really explained to us what that's going to be. And I assume that Jean will be in that content preview. And then they could do a funny and give us the skill preview immediately, or it could be the next morning for me. It could be like 8 hours later or something. And then she would come out on the 6th. It would be really weird if New Jean is not dark, but it's also weird because Rita's changes to Earth. Well, I mean, Jean doesn't have to be Earth if she's not going to be the dark, or if she's not going to be the AoE DPS character. Like, we know that she is an AoE character, so there's potential of it going both ways. She could be Earth AoE, or she could be Dark AoE, or some other element. And at that point, she would be a support ult, and she would have support skills. And then the final unit that would probably come out probably around the 13th or 14th, they would be Earth. If they follow the formula, which sometimes they don't. That's 2 misplays in total. I mean, normally I have a lot more misplays, so. Galaxy, I'm taking a road trip at the end of June, beginning of July, with Seattle being 3rd on our stop. Any recommendations, sites, local food places? I'll be there for the 4th of July. Any fireworks shows? I am the wrong person to ask, because I don't go to Seattle that often, because I hate the big city, and I hate how fucking expensive that place is. You'd probably have better luck Googling it. If I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you, I do not know enough about Seattle to recommend anything apart from the Pike Place Market, because that's like the other big touristy thing besides the Space Needle. Otherwise, I'm very not informed of what's in Seattle. I don't live up there. The only time I go up there is for conventions, and that's once a year, maybe. So, I mean, if you're going to be up in Seattle in that time frame, and you have a burning desire to meet me, like I can probably do that. I know a couple people in Seattle. Like I could bring Jack Frost as well. He lives in Seattle. He lives right next to the convention center, actually. So it's like if you have a burning desire, and if you're gonna be here, like you've been here for a long time on the channel, so I would like to meet you at least for a little bit, if that's in the cards. If you're down with that, we could just maintain the very platonic, I'm the face on the internet, computer screen, phone screen. Totally okay with that too. Last I heard, Dread is still playing account for the Fate Club because you love Fate. Well, I appreciate that, Dread. Oscar, count yourself lucky it is Dokkan World Tournament that is terrible. Yeah, I don't really play World Tournament that often. Like, I'll do it for a couple runs to get some stones, but I don't try at all in that fight. There's a game called, yep, Phantom X. Coming to the West soon is what the company Sega says. Okay, well, when that actually... I know it's going to Japan. But I don't know if it's if that's coming to America or not. I haven't seen anything official yet on that. I don't play it directly, but the character Midday has the same hair color, gold armor, and red color scheme markings on his body, similar to Gil's Babylonia outfit. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, he could just call that character a impudent peasant copycat and then just murder him. And that's what Gilgamesh would do. The Legend, hello. When's the next banner coming? I already answered that. Hopefully, because I'm so far behind in chat, hopefully I answered that for you already. But it should be Monday or Tuesday. Tuesday or Wednesday, actually, where we'll see something. Gotta kill Freerin. Gotta kill Freerin. You forgot Persona 5 Tactica and Scramble? Well, Scramble is Strikers. P5S. Strikers, Scramble, it's the same game. I got double platinum in that. I did not play Tactica, though, because I'm not a fan of those kind of strategy games, and I also don't like the chibi art style. So there's like two things going against me that I did not care to play it. I know it's got another new character in there, and it's cool. It's probably a good game. I don't... I'm playing a video game, which means I'm going to be looking at it a lot. And I don't like looking at chibi characters that much. Like, sometimes when they pop up in an anime and it's like little funny faces, yeah, sure, fine. But like an entire game might be a hard sell for me. So, I haven't really watched any gameplay of it. I don't understand the story of it. I just know that it's Persona 5, and with how much I like Persona 5, I should be a fanboy for it, but I'm not. Yeah, it is what it is. You'll try later? Alright, yep. Give me that science. Hopefully I'm still alive when you get that science done. I know those candies too. They look like something for Christmas. Yeah, sometimes they come out for Christmas. Sometimes they don't follow the formula. They just give a crap. Yeah. Jean chooses to be Earth just to piss Leon off by getting to pair with him. Alright, well there's some context there that I'm not getting, because I don't read the light novel or the manga, so no spoilers, please. No spoilers. I'll ban you. Do not spoil me. I will verify verbally when I want things spoiled for certain things. I will also be very verbal in the fact that I don't want spoilers for other things. The face of the internet, the funny man doing funny slime things, the funny orange man. I am all of those things. I'm actually not orange in real life. I'm actually quite pale because I don't go outside that often. Like, my legs are a ghost. They never see the light of day. Will they eventually add a mechanism where you can attack other players' bases similar to Clash of Titans? I don't know. Maybe. I mean, unions have been a thing for like a year and a half now, and they haven't done jack shit with them. Except give us some free rewards sometimes, or whenever. Meeting Joker in person in a convention is included in the bingo mission board. I don't know if I'm that important. Dude, I know you probably won't know the exact date, but spring break is always on March. It's already May. Okay. He's probably talking about next year, Kirby, so chill the fuck out. And also, I don't know when spring break is. You know how long it's been since I've been on a spring break? High school. 2008 was my senior year. It's been a long fucking time since I was in goddamn school where I got a spring fucking break. LOL, no worries, thanks. Just trying to avoid touristy places to get more of an authentic experience and want to do more local stuff. Oh, I am not the person to ask them. I am not the person to ask. I'm barely the person to ask about local shit around here. Yeah, would totally be down to meet you if you have time. DM me. How about you DM me? Because I don't know if I have you on Discord or not. And if I do, it's probably buried underneath other people. When it gets closer to the time next year, let me know. Hopefully we remember. Alright, you come in. Oh, I'm caught up. No way. Hey Joker, how you doing? I'm burning my brain out on Valor Cup. That's about it. How are you doing? What is this team right now? What is this? We'll hit Hakuro. Where's Miku? She is currently sleeping on her perch. I'll try and show you guys. She's up there, underneath the Gundam, the Operation Meteor. It's at the very top of the cat tower, halfway up that poster. She's just sleeping there right now. Okay. Boom. Who's your current favorite character in the game? It's gotta be Blanc. She's just way too good. She does, like, almost everything that you could want out of a character. Because she can nuke. She's an AoE DPS character. Fantastic. She's got a really powerful buff that hits everybody. Fantastic. She's not restricted. She has the free 40 skill points, which literally every team can use, whether it be a green team, a blue team, an orange team. If it's an orange team, it's extra great, because she can buff oranges. But even Exalted Champions or a stacking team, like, you can find ways to use an extra 40 skill points. Technically 60, because you can use it twice and still get points back. She's just way too, she's got a good trait. Turn 3 protection gauge. Like, everything about this Blanc character screams triple S tier, godly tier, which is why she's in the godly tier of my tier list. Let's do that. Hey Joker, what are the Valor skill sets you're specifically looking for to take out? Like you prioritized Freerin just now? Oh, okay. So there are certain things that will hurt us in terms of damage output or skill usability. So Freerin has the skill where, let's see if I can show it. Come on, there we go. So, Freerin was a while ago. But she has a trait where if you send multiple orbs or the unit has a protector, I don't remember which one it is, but she does something to you. We'll look it up after this fight, actually. I'll get you. I forgot to use the fucking skill. Damn it. Oh no. Damn. Cards soon. Hope you get some hits from the ETBs. Oh, is that you, Silver? Is that you? Is that your real name? I don't think I knew your real name. I actually went to a card show today, and I bought 2 more ETBs, and I bought 2 boxes of the Terrestrial Festival. They didn't go very well. They didn't go very well, but I did pick up that Zapdos. I got the 151 Zapdos. And then I also picked up the stained glass promo card of the birds as well. So I think I'm just going to become a collector of the birds because they're Gen 1 things, and I like Gen 1 because that's the only Gen I know. Besides, well, Gen 1 and Gen 2. Okay. Alright, let's move on. Alright, so let's go look at that trait real fast to answer Ray's question. Eventually. Alright, so Freerin. So her Valor trait. When you use orbs while one or more character has an alt gauge, she removes 20% of your alt gauge. That's not great, because I'm trying to nuke with the EX alt. And if you take 20% away, that drops me down to just a normal alt. And in a scenario where you're trying to get the most damage to hit that damage cap, the AoE alt, the difference between having a normal alt at 300% and an EX alt at 600% is quite vast, because you're literally doubling the damage. So this is a trait that you don't want to activate, because it only hits when you have an alt, which means that if you leave her up front and you don't prioritize her, when it's come time to nuke, you're gonna get your alt taken away. There are skills that seal attack skills, or magic changing skills, or like body and spirit skills, or seal your protection gauge if you have a full protector. Like, the traits that mean something to you nuking or using skills or your protector are what should be prioritized, because those will drastically affect how your Valor match goes. So like things that lower your gauge increases for greens or blues or oranges or whatever, like that doesn't mean shit. Things that like nerf your alt damage by a little bit doesn't mean shit, because you're gonna do way too much damage anyway. So it's always important to recognize what characters are going to be on the team that you're fighting, and prioritize the characters who have traits that you don't want. James, I was so happy you finally got into top 100. I was so happy finally get into top 100 Valor Cup, but I just got moved to 103, and I'll be 104 after you're done. That's unfortunate. But okay, so let's take a look at these traits right now. Let's take a look. Nothing, 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 nothing. And then when you unleash a 2 combo, alt damage is reduced by 15%. Doesn't matter. We do way too much damage. So that 15% means nothing to us. So there's no traits that we really need to worry about in terms of nerfing us. What we do have to worry about right now is the Masked Hero, because of her rewind skill, Destroy Fate. And it's not like we're going to die from it, but it will cause us to take excess amount of damage, which will impact our HP score. So we want to have characters who can seal magic changing skills. So, like this Raphael Rimuru from the Freeman collab, when you switch this character to the front and send orbs, all enemies' magic changing skills are sealed, which the Masked Hero's rewind skill is a magic skill. So then she's therefore unable to use that, which saves us damage. So that's why Raphael is here. Not only as a triple orb sealer, but doing double duty as a magic sealer. So by bringing her in right now, we have now sealed the ability for the hero to use that skill, which is huge. Especially for teams that don't have the best defenses, it's important. So you can see that the seal is on for both magic. Holy shit, that was loud. But so she couldn't rewind. And that allowed us to take 1 damage across the board pretty much. And now it's turn 2. We don't need to worry about that anymore because we're just going to kill the hero instead. Like, she's just going to go away. So let's steal. Let's rainbow orb change. Boom. Terrence, 4 a.m. your time. Yeah, have a good morning. Hopefully you get some sleep. But thanks for joining the stream. I think I'm still behind now, but yeah, thank you regardless. I mean, Joker, you are the pillar of content for this game, and that's kind of what I enjoy. Is I enjoy not having competition in the channel, in the scene. Like, there are other gacha games that I could play, and I could get more of a following, and I could grow my YouTube channel, but it's not really what I'm here for. Like, the money from YouTube is cool and everything. I make enough at my job. Like, I'm not hurting for money. Otherwise, I wouldn't be spending so much fucking money on Pokemon cards right now. But, like, I'm not in it for the money. I'm here because I need something to do with my time. Because if I didn't have a YouTube channel, I don't know what the fuck I'd do with my life. I would be so goddamn bored. Because I used to work 2 jobs. A little bit of Joker history. Was married, got divorced, had a lot of debt to pay off from the divorce, and so I had 2 jobs for most of my adult life, actually. I worked at the state, and I worked at a local pizza place, and I was a manager there. And so then that took up most of my time. But then once I got more financially stable, I quit the pizza job, and then I found myself with so much extra free time. And I was like, I don't know what to do. And then COVID happened. And then everybody had a lot more free time because I was working from home. So it's like, man, I really need something to do, otherwise I'm going to go crazy. So, 2021, I was like, I'm watching the Dokkan creators, because I play Dokkan a lot, and I've got 7+ years into that game. And I was like, I could do this. I could make a Dokkan YouTube channel, because I know what I'm talking about, because I've played for so long, because I'm smart like that, right? And so I made a channel, and I started making Dokkan content. It was awful. There's so many people doing Dokkan content, it's kind of hard to break into the scene. But then Slime came out, and I had watched Slime during my COVID, stay home, you can't go outside kind of thing. I was like, oh, yeah, I like Slime, why not? And then when those videos started getting a lot more views, I was like, oh, maybe we should do this instead. And then we transitioned into Slime, and now we're here. Kirby, quick question. Is Divine General Hero or this new Velzard stronger? Also, you never took college or uni classes? I have a degree. I took online school before online school was, like, super relevant. I went to DeVry University, which was all online with, like, maybe one... I had to go to campus once or something. But it was all online, and it was back in 2012? 2012? Somewhere back then? I have a bachelor's of multimedia design and development. It means absolutely nothing to my current job right now, because I'm a grammar Nazi at work. That is my entire job, is to be a grammar Nazi, and to make sure correct punctuation and spelling and things make logical sense in Word format. It has nothing to do with photoshopping shit or 3D modeling, because I wanted to be a game developer. But I'm not good at math, and I would not do well at coding. So I was like, alright, let's do art. Found out I'm not very artistic either. So we lost on both those fronts. But I did make it through, and I have a bachelor's degree. Not that it does anything, but I do have one. And in terms of your other question, I would... in in terms of raw damage output, Valzard is probably better for her support skill, but the rewind is very useful in the ult rush. But also, like, if you can stun and you can frostbite, then that's also useful. So I would say it's moderately event specific, but I would probably choose the hero for now until we see more stages being able to be stunned and having that be relevant. You could use both units in like interchangeably. You could probably roughly get the same result. Maybe not exactly the same, but I think they're both good. It's just that Velzard with a new buff, we still have to see and how that's going to pan out for the rest of the game. And then the stun, like, there are a lot of stages you just can't stun. The frostbite is cool, especially with a debuff heavy team like Warrior's Mind coming right before it. But we know that stuns are not always the most relevant thing in the world. Okay, so Seal's magic skills when they're swapped, but this character's already up front, so we don't have to worry about that. Same thing with Albedo. Benimaru nerfs oranges, and then orange damage. Okay, so none of these traits matter. Only the hero matters here. And we're going to seal her anyways again. Sirius, hey Joker, since you've done live streams for Pokemon openings, would you be willing to do live streams for playing Pokemon games? Probably going to say no on that. I'm not a super big fan of Pokemon. And I know that sounds highly illogical for someone who's spending thousands of dollars on Pokemon cards this year. But, like, I'm doing it to satisfy my addiction to gambling. Because gacha games, it's pretty much a slot machine. You press a button, things pop out. If it's not what you want, you press the button again until things do pop out. It's the same with cards. You rip open the pack. Did you get what you want? No. All right, rip another one. It's the same as a casino. And I like casinos. I like playing craps. But I don't know Pokemon very well. Because I haven't played it since early 2001, something like that. Gold and Silver and Crystal. And I have no desire to go back to it. Because it's just not really for me. I know it's turn-based, and technically it's an RPG. Technically, yeah. But it's just not... It's not something I really care about. And I'm kind of doing this more so for the channel, because I am going to collect the Gundam card game when it comes out in July. And so if I start putting out card pack opening videos now on the channel, it won't be as foreign and strange that I'm opening Gundam cards out of the blue, because I'll have already had a history of doing some card pack openings. Maybe not Gundam specifically, but other items. So hopefully it'll get more people to watch that. And then I have a backup plan in case, God forbid slime goes down or something, or I just get really bored of it and I'm like, I don't want to do slime anymore. Then I could maybe transition into more card-based content. So it's a double-edged thing. One for funsies, two for the channel. But I don't think I would actively try and play Pokemon nowadays. It's just not really my thing anymore. A lot of the Pokemon cards I'm opening right now, I'm going to get graded and I'm going to sell them off. So I'm going to try and make some money back eventually. It's a long-term investment kind of thing, but that is my plan. Are you excited for Jeanne? I hope she's the big-time crit buffing character we don't have. She will most likely not be the crit buffing character, because the beatdown battle... Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, so that despair skill is actually not great, because we're going to take damage right there, yeah. And while that little bit of damage doesn't really matter all that much, it is damage, which cuts into our score. So, unfortunate. Forgot about that skill. Just because I forget that Albedo is an existing character in this game because she's so shit. But anyways, back on the topic. She will probably not be a crit buffing character because the beatdown battle specifically has resistance against crit. It has resistance against synergy and crit. And what we have learned historically is that if a stage resists something, you're generally not going to get that buff, because it wouldn't make sense for that stage. There are instances where that's not applicable, like for the Freerun team, that stage sealed attack skills, and Fern has an attack skill, and it's like, why the fuck would you do that? And then there's the Divine General stage, which you kind of get around that defense by having Elmesia nerf that resistance. So it's like there are ways to get around it, but I don't see them bringing crit on this team. Unfortunate, because we really do need that big time crit buffing character. But also crit is absurdly powerful, and I can kind of understand why they don't want to just slap it on, because it would be way too strong. More importantly, she's waifu. She is waifu. Snail Nuts, Joker may not like Star Rail, but I bet he'll be playing the new Uma Musume game. Yeah, I'm not into the horse racing game. That was really, really popular in Japan for a long time. I mean, it still is. But it doesn't quite hit the top charts against Dokkan anymore. It's all like Monster Strike now or something else. Okay, let's see. Do you think Jean having a dark attribute-looking design could mean she will be a switch character between light and dark, coming from that transformation icon data mine? I mean, it's possible. I would think that she'd switch between dark and earth, but because of the team. But it would be cool if what those little leaks were actually came to fruition and actually meant something, because there are a lot of things in the data that have just never happened, right? We have never had the Ogre's Pride rerun, but that banner and that little Redux icon for the summons, it has been in the game for months and months and months, and it's never fucking happened. So just because it's in the data doesn't mean it's going to happen. It doesn't mean it's going to become real life. So we'll just have to wait and see. If we do get a transformation character or a flip element type, like, that'd be cool. I'd be pretty hyped for that, because it'd be introducing something else that's new into the game. And I'm all about that new thing until they prove that it's shit. Valor Cup. Unions. But we'll just have to wait and see. Some people got surprised when they find out that the internet name is the real name. I mean, hey, if you want to put your name out there, that's totally fine. I mean, that's your prerogative, right? Turn 4. Okay, so Diablo has the ult gauge down, so we don't want that. And then Shuna has the attack skill, which we are using an attack skill right here. So what I want to do is probably only bring in the 4th character, but we need to take out Diablo. Okay, so let's do 1 and 2. So let's seal the orb change. Okay, cheeky counter. Oh, that's not great. 1, 2. But now let's play it back. So let's rainbow orb change. And then we have to kill Diablo, but we have to only kill Diablo and not kill Milim behind him. Alright, so convert. Okay, so we'll do 1 and 2, and then 3, 4, 5, 6. Hopefully this works. 1. Okay, another counter. 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so Diablo's dead. We haven't lowered the other characters enough to where they would swap out, but now we can just bring in Earth Milim, who doesn't have a trait. And then, yeah, we're good. Because we're intentionally doing other damage to other characters, so we don't have to worry about the attack seal coming in. So we are going to take a bit of damage here, because they have the orb change now. But we can still use both the buffs. Joker has a gambling problem. He spends so we don't have to. Yeah, that's what we'll call that. Ray Flynn, thanks for that. You're welcome. Traits is sometimes a very complicated thing. especially Valor Cup traits. I mean, I put that video out last week about normal traits and why they're important. We didn't even touch Valor Cup traits, which is its totally different thing. So like, as long as you can find it helpful, maybe I'll make another Valor Cup video sometime soonish this month. Maybe we'll do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I was a super whale in slime, but I had to quit because I had to put money into my store. Yeah. James, thanks for sharing Joker. It's cool to learn some Joker history. I mean, you're a dentist. Played this game when it came out. It ran horribly on my crappy phone and came back to it in January after your birthday. You're a dentist? Oh man, my dentist loves me. My teeth are fucked. I I was a kid who always walked around with like a backpack full of candy, and I only drink Mountain Dew. Like, strictly a Mountain Dew diet. I've had so many cavities. I've had my jaw come out, so I had like those metal hydraulic things they had in the 2000s that were supposed to like bring your jaw back in line. I had that thing. I've had root canals. I have crowns and veneers. I have a lot of cavities. I've just got there's a whole lot of shit in my teeth. uh, don't tell me you got divorced because of gotchas. No, I got divorced because my wife replaced me with her boss. Maybe not in like a physical sex cheating aspect, but in a emotional kind of, I spend more time and I enjoy having more fun with this person, and I am just relegated to the background and I pay the bills and I am a husband on paper, but we don't connect anymore. We don't have the same interests. We don't really get each other. We kind of grew apart, I guess, is the really cheap way of saying that, is that we just grew into different people. We were young, right? I got married at 25. And she was like 21, 22. So we were fairly young. And, you know, we hadn't fully developed as who we were going to be as people. And then eventually towards the end of that, a few different things happened leading up to this. But eventually she found comfort in someone else rather than me. And I finally got tired of it because I let it happen for a while because I just couldn't be bothered, which is my own fault. I was not a perfect husband either. We'll just put that out there. I'm not saying it's all on her. I could have done more as well. But at the end of the day, it reached a breaking point, and eventually I said, this isn't working. Let's get a divorce. And now, after like 6 months of... Actually, it was before the divorce was finalized. She was already dating that guy. So, fuck her. I mean, I did things wrong leading up to that, and then after that, it's all her. And then it's all her. But there's a little bit of more Joker history, kind of dark Joker history, but you know, it's, again, when I say that I have lived a life, I have done many things that people will not have done, or have done and don't particularly like to talk about their life. Like I'm 34. 34 years old. I've been around the block a few times. Not a lot, but sometimes. Green damage, magic skills, defense skills. Oh no, when you switch. Magic skills. Okay, we don't want to care about that. But we do want to take out Prosper Rimuru. So let's do 1, 2. Anyways, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah, living life. I've done a lot of things. I've lived in multiple states. I've moved across the country twice. I've been married. I've been divorced. I'm adopted. So I don't know my biological parents. It doesn't really affect me. People always ask that. Like, oh, you're adopted? Have you ever wanted to know your real family? No. I was adopted when I was like 3 months old. I have no idea who my real parents are. And at this point, I don't really care because they've been not a part of my life for 34 years. And I have no desire to meet them after 34 years because they haven't really done anything for me. I know why I was adopted. Because they were like 16 years old in Korea, so they were not in a place to take care of a child, which I totally get. Very admirable for them to, you know, go for adoption, but I don't really care. I have my parents; they live here. That's all I need to know. But you know, I've been to Italy. You know, I've done my international travel, and I discovered that I don't like traveling. I don't like I don't like traveling. But I've gone skydiving, I've gone scuba diving, I've done very exciting things with my life. I've been to Disneyland and World so many fucking times that I want to murder the mouse. I didn't use a skill again because I'm talking. Oh man. But I've done a lot of things. Things I'm not proud of sometimes. Things that can be looked on as not great. But I've also had fun. And as of where I am right now in my life, I'm fairly happy. Yes, I'm single, and I have been single since the divorce. And half of that is a choice, right? Oh, are we gonna kill Roth? Okay, thank God. That was dangerous. Oh man, that's what I get. Uh, Half of it is me not going out and looking, and half of it is me being too afraid. Still, because I have trust issues now with relationships, and that stems from the divorce, which is not great. I had to go to therapy for a while for the divorce and understanding that it's not all my fault, as a lot of people always think it is. When bad things happen, it's always their own fault because they failed to do enough. And marriage is a two-way street. There's two people in there, so had to get that through my thick skull. But I'm happy where I am. I don't need to be in a relationship to be happy. A lot of people, especially nowadays, I think they see uh, uh, they see other people and they're like, my goal, my entire goal in life is to have a family or to have a girlfriend or a husband or a boyfriend or a significant other, whatever, whoever you choose. Uh, it's not always the case. Sometimes relationships aren't that great. Sometimes people don't fit very well together. And trying to put two people who don't want to be together or who don't work very well together and forcing them to be together, it's not really that great of an option. So it comes with knowing yourself and understanding other people and where you are in life and what you want to do. There's a lot of intricacies with being in a relationship that people don't really think about because they think about, I have a girlfriend, boyfriend, we get to have sex, we get to go on dates, and that's that. And I get to sleep in a bed and I get to touch boobs. Yay. It's not all there is to it. Just please keep that in mind. Okay. Ooh. Ooh, okay. So, Ray, this is a very interesting team. If you look at all these traits suck. So, Shizu, turn 4, protection seal. Thankfully, we're not going to go to turn 4. But if you are running a team and you can't kill on turn 3 and you can't do the damage cap, and you go to turn 4 and you have a protection seal, you can't use your protector, which is kind of important. Prosper Lumi, when you switch his character in, your magic skills are sealed, which you might be using a magic skill to do your damage buff. It could be an alt buff. Also, Lumi being here means that they could use the resurrection ability, which is not great. So what are we going to do here? Thankfully, these two traits are not going to affect us. But Guy is also a stun character. So we do want to make sure that we kill Guy more than anything else. So let's do 1, 2. And then we can bring in Shizu because her trait, because we're not going to go to turn 4, it won't actually activate. And so we're not in danger of that. But those were a lot of traits that you had to keep track of and be like, which ones are priority? Which ones are not? Which ones are going to affect my damage output? Which ones can fuck me over? James, it's the only gacha game I'm playing at the moment, but I played a lot of gachas. It all started with Brave Exvius, and then I played pretty much all the cool ones for a while and got burnt out. You say slime is fun? Slime can be not a great gacha a lot of the times. Shocking. Silver. How much is a case of Gundam, by the way? You know, I asked you and you never answered me. How much is a case of Gundam when the booster boxes come out? All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we're gonna do. Are we gonna do enough damage to Guy to swap him out? Okay, yeah, we're good. Go away. Thank you. Black and White was the last peak of Pokemon Gen 4 with Platinum, Heart Gold, Soul Silver still the best though. Yeah, it's Gen 2, Gold and Silver. That's what I got for you. I play a lot of Elder Scrolls, Fire Emblem, and RPG games. I also play Pokemon TCG, but casually, not meta or anything. I kind of forget that that game is more than just collecting cards on your phone. It's like there's actually like battling to it. I don't play it. Have you been playing the Pokemon mobile app then? No, because I don't need another gotcha game to steal my money. I put enough money into Slime and Dokkan to where I shouldn't also be spending money on cards, but I am. I don't need another game to put money into, which is also another reason why I don't play their gotcha games. I have them on my phone. Like I have the Madoka Magica game that came out a couple weeks ago. I haven't logged into it mainly because I've been too busy with slime stuff, but it exists on my phone. Awesome. Good luck with those card sales in the future. Yeah, hopefully. I'm gonna go get them graded with PSA, but that takes forever. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait until Gundam comes out and then send the Pokemon cards away when I don't really care about them anymore, and I don't mind they're gone for fucking 3.5 months because that's what PSA's turnaround time is right now. That's a big score right there. Sorry for a bit out of topic question, and I know it's late, but I'm just curious. Does the ongoing thing with tariffs there on US heavily affect you guys for collecting Gunpla or figures? I'm sure it will soon. Most of the Gunplas I buy are already in America, but I would assume if I were to get like a brand new one and have it either shipped from Japan or them coming over from Japan nowadays, like any new set, that might be impacted. I've yet to see it actually affect me though, but that doesn't mean it won't. It just means that it's going to happen sometime sooner than later. I know Pokemon cards are. I think the English ones are printed in the U.S., so I don't think that's going to have an impact unless I wanted to import some Japanese ones, and then there's going to be a tariff. But right now I haven't seen any. But it's still fairly early in the whole tariff process, and they're still fucking playing peekaboo with what's actually happening and not. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm not in the federal government. I work for the DMV. So I have nothing to do with tariffs. Sans can relate. My ex-girlfriend replaced me for her team leader. Oh, yeah, so that's pretty much the same thing. That is what happened to me. So, my condolences. I know what I know what happened to you on a very personal level. What are you now? 26? The Dark Joker era. 34? Motherfucker, you look 25. It's because I can't grow facial hair. Like, you can't see it because the camera's not that good, but I get like a weird patch of facial hair right here that doesn't connect to this and doesn't connect to any of this. It's just like this one little random fingerprint sized patch of fucking hair, and it grows like a couple centimeters and then it stops and just looks stupid and patchy. So like I have to keep it clean shaved, otherwise I'd look like a hobo, a really bad hobo, because I can't even grow a beard. But yes, I'm 34. I was born in 1990. I am old, as my friends would like to put it. Which is funny because, having two primary friend groups in one, I'm the youngest. Because everyone there is like a year older or a couple months older than me, but we all graduated in 2008 from high school because I was at like the tail end of the cutoff and they were at the beginning of the cutoff. So it's like we kind of just met. But I'm the youngest in that group. And then my other friend group, I'm the oldest by a bit. So it's a weird kind of dichotomy. Hit 62 million plus on Boss Battle 1. Gonna watch your Boss Battle 2 video now. Good luck. You're probably better off going and searching for like a JP YouTuber because they got a lot better score than I did. Because it was put on one of my comments. It's like somebody posted in your Discord Jubilee channel that they got like double your score. It's like, that's great. I didn't know it was there when I was recording these videos. All right, green damage. Greens nerfed, blues nerfed, oranges are nerfed, magic skills are nerfed or sealed. Okay, none of these really matter. Yeah, I don't really care about any of them. Ended up wailing for Gabwa. I mean, she's a pretty good unit. Blanc is still the most. Blanc and Shin are still the most important characters out of the Warriors Mind 2.0 team. But if you can get Violet and Gabwa along the way, then great. Then you have the complete team, and they'll work really, really well together. Well, you've lived a full life till this point, it seems. I have. And to that, I'm proud. I can say that, I haven't just sat on my ass in my parents' basement for 34 years. Like, I'm not saying you guys do, but, some people, they don't really experience anything, right? I can say that at least I have done things with my life. Some of them not great, again. Some of them kind of dark, some kind of not great. But I at least have experience doing many, many things. I was about to leave the stream because I needed to prep lunch, but I was compelled to stay because of the story being told. A lot of my streams end up like this, especially like the Valor Cup streams where there's not a lot to talk about, and it's not like summons where I have 400 fucking people watching me and chat's going crazy. Like in this, like I'm still behind on chat, obviously, because I'm trying to answer every question. Like I'm trying to give you guys that personalized ratio aspect. That's not the right word. Personalized experience of watching me and contributing to the chat and being engaging without being the super hyper over exaggerated kind of personality. But it does mean it's going to take a while. And I'm also trying to do something right now, which obviously 3 times now I have failed at. Divorce Gang, that's right, Reality. Do you play console games like Monster Hunter? I am playing Expedition 33. I played the new Dynasty Warriors game that came out in February. I still have to beat Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor. Oh, well, technically I've already beat Fallen Order when it first came out, but I have not ever played Survivor, but they were on sale as like a bundle during Black Friday last year, so I bought both of them. Yeah, I do play console games, but I generally don't play them on the channel because I spend so much time at this desk in this chair because my work desk is literally like right here. Like if this is me working right now at my work desk because I work from home 99% of the time. And then when I don't have any more work to do, I just slide over and then I record videos. And then I turn again and I answer an email or something. And then I turn back. So it's like I'm in this chair like 18 hours a day, working, recording videos, doing whatever. So when I want to play a console game, I want to do it in a relaxed kind of setting where it's not feeling like work and I'm stuck in this room. So I have my PS5, my TV in my bedroom, and my bed has like the recline feature, so I can just sit up and play. And I like to detach from this chair and move to a different seating area, but at least it's not in this room. So I don't really like to play console games on stream unless I'm killing time for something or like something very specific is being done that I need to play it. But generally I don't stream my console games because it's my relaxation period. It's where I don't have to interact and I don't have to pay attention to chat, and I can just sit here in silence and listen to the music and listen to the gameplay and focus on that. Maybe have a guide going on because I'm one of those kinds of people. It's just I want to take a break from work, and the YouTube channel is work. It's a lot of work. It's like triple the amount of work I put in for my actual job. If I'm going to be completely, totally 100% honest with you. My job is kind of a joke. Salute to you, sir. Salute. Life is rough. It's never always fun. D2, reality, 6. Some people think a relationship is their source of happiness, and I don't get it. See, yeah, that's something as well. Some people need religion. I personally don't like religion. If we're gonna be completely honest and upfront, I think most people use religion as a crutch because they refuse to take responsibility for themselves, and they need to feel like something is in control of their body and in control of their life because they have an inability to make decisions on their own, and they need a scapegoat. So I'm not saying that every religion is like that, and I mean, if one of you 64 people are religious, I'm not trying to bash you in any way, shape, or form. It's just how I view religion, of what I've experienced from a lot of my own family being religious and other people that I know who are religious, and everything else that I've seen in life is that most of the time, like, it's God's plan. God, this is God's will. I'm like, yeah, but you chose to do that, right? Did God tell you to do that? Is God constantly speaking to you? I don't know. This sounds very condescending. I get it. I personally don't like religion. So, do I think a higher power exists out there? Yeah, probably, maybe, sort of. I don't know. I also believe aliens exist. I also believe the Big Bang Theory. I like space. I don't believe that we're the only ones alive out in the galaxy, because the galaxy is kind of big. Um, but personally, don't like religion. But some people need religion, and to that end, I get it. Some people have traumatic things going on in their lives, or some kind of other life thing, and religion is a way to find peace, and that's also just fine. So you can be religious, just don't shove it down my throat, and we'll be fine. We'll be best friends. But don't tell me I should go to church every day. Don't tell me I'm going to burn in hell because I had premarital sex. Okay? Don't be one of those people. And the same thing with relationships, circling back to that, because I see that my viewer count dropped dramatically after I went on that rant. Relationships are not always what they're cracked up to be. They're a fuck ton of work. They're more work than a real job, because you don't get to ever disengage from it. Like, a job you go to and you come home, and when you come home, you're home and you're in that relationship, and even when you're not home, you're in a relationship, and like, and you're trying to relax, you're in a relationship, you're probably relaxing with that person, so you never really are alone anymore, which on one hand is good, because some people like the companionship, and on the other hand, if you're pissed off at each other, where are you gonna run? So you'll see this late, but that was a great breakdown and really helpful for how to think about it. Also, thanks for sharing. Not always easy to talk about, especially online in real time. I'm generally okay with sharing information. Like, there's not a lot of stuff that I'll hide. If you ask me a direct question, I'll try my best to give you a direct answer. But yeah. Like $1,500. Oh, that's so much money. That's so much money. How many boxes are in a case? 10? Something like that? Alright, this is the last fight. What traits am I looking at? Don't care about that one. Guy, I do care about. Okay, we gotta kill Guy. Because I'm not really worried about Shuna's, because we're gonna do more than the damage cap. So I just don't want Guy to be up here anymore. $10 boxes are normally in a case of anything. There. That's not how religion works. I'm not religious at all. Lamau, damn, dropped pretty good. Interesting. Thank you for the responses. Yep. I'll give you my honest opinion, and whether you like that opinion or not, and you can take it as how you want. Do singles or save for multis? They have the same pull rate. You don't get any. It's not like Grand Cross or anything where you get a benefit of having like an 11th character by doing a multi. I know he might be in here. Scythe, if he's in here, he pulls fucking everything from a single. I never do singles, but he pulls everything. So I mean, singles might be your way to go. I don't know. Alright, let's do 1 and then 2. Gotta go. Gonna need to go. Really need to prep lunch. Have fun on the rest of the stream. Alright, Saiyans, have a good night. Or day, I guess, if you're prepping lunch. Robot, already had Blanc and Shuna, just wanted Gobbo, so you wailed. That's fair. Gobbo's a decent character. What's my favorite Gundam series? It's gotta be Wing. It's gotta be Wing, and then it's Seed. Wing because of nostalgia bias. Because I grew up with it. And I like the Wing Zero, and I like Heavy Arms, and I like Death Scythe. I like most of the Gundams that come out of Wing. I think Epion is up there. Tall Geese, it's kind of blocky. But Gundam Wing is my #1 series. Gundam Seed is my next one, and then Double O probably after that. because it's just a modern retelling of Gundam Wing, essentially. Got to go through night to see the day. This is very true. You don't appreciate the light unless you get some of the darkness. How philosophical of me. Nope, don't do that yet. Rainbow. I just got a big monitor I do everything on. Oh, there you go. I have 3 monitors. We've got the gameplay monitor, we've got the monitor with my Discord and YouTube, and then I've got this monitor with OBS, and then another YouTube for the OSTs on a different account. Alright, so let's do 1, and then send 5 against Guy. Do you have a treadmill or something that after that much time in a chair, it could be really nice to stretch a little bit? Well, I do have a sit-stand desk, so I mean, we can stand up, and it'll slowly go up. So I do have that on for both desks, technically. I have 2 sit-stands. And I do work out, occasionally. I'm kind of not doing it right now. But I do have a stationary bike, and I do have like a really small, compact bench with just free weights. Did I not use a skill again? Oh my god, I did it on the last battle too. You fucking joke. Oh, damn it. Alright, well. That's what I get for talking. It's what I get for talking. Right, let's at least use the attack buff for Reamer so he can kill the final unit. It's still cool when Joker does live stream his gameplay. Well, I appreciate people actually enjoy it. A little off topic, is 3rd Annie, Diablo, and Blanc a good team? They're only well, Diablo is a good unit no matter what team you put him on. Blanc is not a super great. Oh, did we not do damage cap there? Oh no. No, we did, because we did 8, 16, 24. Yeah, no, we're good. Alright, that is all 20 fights right there, though. Blanc, unfortunately, 3rd Annie Blanc is not that good. She's only ult-swapping space ult units, and we barely did it. Wow. Barely did it. Alright, where did we place? 11th. Oh, okay, pretty good. Didn't hit 4 million, but not a big deal. Is this an inclusive place? I mean, I feel like it's pretty inclusive. I find it difficult to believe that we are the only planet to have living beings. See, I believe that too. There's no way that there are so many stars and so many planets and so many moons and so much shit out there that we are the only living thing. I don't care if it's even intelligent life. It could be fucking microscopic organisms, but they're still alive. That's why people want to go to Europa and Enceladus and other moons in our solar system, because they have water. Water is kind of like the necessary thing for life. So I would believe that there's something else living in the solar system, much less the galaxy. 12 boxes in a case of Gundam? Oh, that's even better. No wonder. Okay. So that's actually not that bad. Okay. I'll have to budget a little bit before I drop $1,500 on a case. But as long as you can get me a case, Silver, I'll buy a case. It might just take a little bit. I'm back. Time to boss battle 2. Galaxia, have a good night. I gotta go to bed early. Always enjoy your story time. Can't wait for other videos when the final 2 units drop. Yep, sounds good. Honestly, I don't come to the stream for slime. I just like the vibe. Fair enough. At least I can provide a decent vibe for you. That sounded really bad. That sounded really bad. Also, for investment reasons, I'm keeping a few sealed. Fair enough. Also, Silver, if you ever decide to break up that beta set that you have, because I think what I garnered from it is you have like a case of the beta boxes, not just like a single beta box. If you ever break it up and you want to sell it for not a scalper price, I will probably buy it. Because I'm not paying $600 for it. But I also know that you're not going to sell it for like $70 MSRP, unless you want to be real nice to me. But I get it. Yeah, if you ever decide to break that up for whatever reason, I will buy some. You paid $3.5K for it? Never mind. Jesus. God, the boxes were only like $80 MSRP when they came out in December. That's so dumb. So dumb. I don't want to pay $600 for it. It's like 5K now? Yeah, see, that's just not going to work then. Alright, well, you can keep it then. Okay, well, that does it for Valor Cup. Hooray. One more month down. 11th place is honestly better than I normally get, because I normally fuck up really bad. But, okay, well, I'm going to go make dinner now, and then probably spend time with Kat. I feel like she's kind of mad at me, so I'm going to go. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully my religion and dark life chat hasn't turned everybody off. But hope you guys have a good day. We'll probably be back somewhere around Monday or Tuesday. Probably Tuesday night is what I'm thinking the next live stream will be for the next unit drop. So I do think that we'll get a content preview Monday night. So like 48 hours from now. Yeah, 48 hours from now. I feel like we should see the content preview with Jean in it. And then 36 hours from now will be the drop, or roughly 36. Math. But yeah, so I'm going to go eat dinner. Have a good night, guys. Take it easy, and I will see you all most likely on Tuesday.